we have been given a TV to play with. So play with it we shall. The one we are going to play with, which is not coming into focus at the moment, but I'm not surprised, I haven't got much light on. It's an LG. The reason why I say we're going to play with it is it's not a smart TV. It doesn't work. And it really has no value. We were given this just to, somebody wanted their TV set up, so we set up their TV. This was their old one. It's got a backlight issue. The weird thing is, I said we went to set up somebody's new TV. They tried to set it up themselves, which is okay. They put the TV on the bed, took it out of the box, tried to put the stand on, and then asked me to wire it up. When I got there, the screen was smashed. But there was an impact on the cardboard box. I'll mention this just in case this ever happens to you, because it's that argument. Well, the manufacturer will say we packed it correctly, the screen was fine, and then the customer will say it was smashed when we got it out of the box. And on this particular time, I do believe the customer, because exactly where the right side of the screen was smashed, there was an impact mark on the cardboard box of the TV that had been couriered in. So they took photographs, or I took photographs, and I said, look, there's your photographs. That proves this cardboard box has had impact damage. There's your screen, impact damage, exactly in the same part. Make a claim. And they did, and within a week, I think it I better not say because I'm not 100% sure who the courier company was. But they, within 24 hours, they'd taken away the damaged TV and box, and a new one was sent to them within a week. So sometimes it's a happy ending. I need to see what lights I've got on here. At the moment, it looks like I've got no lights. But I should have something. But sometimes, as we've noticed in the past, customers don't. Have the LED on, but it could be on now, and I could be switching it off. I think there's a red light there now, isn't there? Yes, you can just see it. Maybe more if I lift it up. So let's get rid of the red light. Take it out of standby. Oh, I saw a brief LG logo. So we do have a backlight issue on this. I'm not putting a new set of backlights in it, even though a new set of backlights is not expensive. This is not going to get sold on. It's not worth any money, really. It'll stay here in the workshop and do something, or come in handy for an emergency. It was LG's basic 32-inch. I don't even think it's Freeview HD, but I'd like to be proved wrong. But anyway, there's the model number. It's a 32 LB 561V, November 2014, so 6.5 years old, and we're looking at a backlight failure. So these have the 6-volt concave style backlights, and we're just going to see how many have gone first. So bear with. I'll take the back off, we'll have a play, and we'll see what's going on. Notice I've already disconnected the LEDs, just in case you want to have a look at the screen. If you're ordering LEDs for this model, your screen will possibly be an LC320 DUE FG-A3. But to be honest with you, just that would get the backlights for you. And the backlights for these are readily available on eBay, or available direct from China if you don't mind waiting a couple of weeks. I've noticed that things from China are getting much quicker. I ordered a new soldering iron which we're playing with today. I'm going to use here before I take it up to the main unit. I've seen good reviews on this. Using the copy JBC tip, and I haven't used it yet. I literally unboxed this a couple of weeks ago. That's how slow I am. A couple of minutes ago. I'm not really going through the process of showing you how to dismantle this. Don't shout because I'm not doing it, because I've done several videos on these. Several videos on backlights of these. On how to put a new set in. On this particular occasion it's slightly different. I'm not putting a new set in. I'm going to find an old set of backlights somewhere. And I am going to, well, I say somewhere, I know exactly where. I've got a set from a 42-inch which are used. How does a 42-inch fit in a 32-inch? It doesn't, but I'm just going to solder the individual LEDs out and put them in, unless of course there's a ridiculous amount gone. Then I will wait until I go back up to the main unit and I'll get a proper set of LEDs. But that would spoil this video, because the idea is just to fix this on a budget. As I say, it's a non-smart TV. These are not the TVs people want now, unless they... I mean, they should be the TVs people want, because when these work, they work really well. The picture quality is great. Why not just put then your favourite smart stick inside it? You know, these smart sticks are much more reliable than the built-in apps on TVs, because after you've had a TV 2 or 3 years, you wake up one morning and some of the apps have disappeared. The license has run out and you've had it, and you don't get that with your smart sticks. Well, you possibly do, but it's not as often. And yes, she's here. You may think she lives in this particular workshop, but she doesn't. She just pops in from time to time, mainly when she wants feeding and mainly when I'm here. She'll stay in if I'm here. Won't you, girlie? Hey? Stay in if I'm here. Shall we try and light them all and see exactly how many we haven't got working or have got working? I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 18 backlights. If I have to replace more than 3 individually, I probably won't bother. I'm just hoping there's one gone. Right, plus and minus. It's giving me nothing. Are we on? Yes, we're on. Right, okay, we'll have to do them individually then. As you can see on the top row, we have one gone. Middle row is not lighting. Bottom row, one gone. Okay, so that means just a bit of extra time, because it means I'm going to have to take all these clips out here. Oh, is the clip broken there? I'm going to have to take all the clips out and the screen out. So give us a moment and I'll start dismantling a few extra things. I didn't think I had to do this, but no panic. I completely understand why this is not a DIY job. Why someone that's never done this before would want to do this at home. Because it means stripping the TV down to its bare minimum and taking the screen out, ouch, and things happening like clips breaking, which they will. Of course, if you're doing this at home, use a new set of backlights. It's pointless getting this far and doing what I'm doing. I'm only doing this because there's no monetary value in this television for me. It will work for years and years and years with the basic replacements that I'm going to put in. All that's left now, I've taken all the boards off the back. And all that's left is the backlights, and it was the middle strip, wasn't it, that wasn't lighting up at all. So I'm going to find out why. Have we got any that's going to work? Possibly not. Oh, so it could be just that one on the right hand side. I would say it is that one on the right hand side. But it's still a pain that there's one on every strip that we have to do. Because what happens with these is once you start removing them, all the all of the lenses come off. Even if I'm going to be very gentle. I am going to be very gentle. But it won't make any difference, as you saw there. They all come off. So in that case, I'm going to stop being gentle. I don't want to lose them though. Right. Where did that go? So let's just have a look at this strip again and find out which one was not lighting up. And it's the second one in here. So I've got my little hot plate. I could do with a counterweight. Just going to let that get very, very hot. So yes, the 32-inch strip is bigger than the 42-inch strip, but of course the 42-inch strip has two that connects together. While that's heating up, I'm just going to test how many are working on this strip. Did I switch it off? No. Ah, well, that one's gone there. Okay, there's only one working on that strip. Right. I'll try and bring this further up if I can. Boop, ba-doo. It's getting hot, but not hot enough. Kind of broke off in the end. Wow. Well, I've had them come off easier in the past. Maybe this is going to be a nightmare of a job. Again, this is why you should really put the brand new strips on. Yeah, I think that's taken off. I think that's taken off the trace. I'll just get an ounce of flux on that. I just want to see if I've got anything to solder to. Yes, I have. Okay, it's too hot to mop up the solder. Right. Just need to remind myself which was the good one. And it's this one. So we're going to take this one off. Hopefully it comes off in one piece. And we're going to turn it around and put it on there. I'm going to give it a bit of flux. Take this one off. We said we'd got to turn that one around, so we'll turn it around. And hopefully once my hand had stopped shaking, don't really need the soldering iron. Right, hopefully we'll give this a test and just see if they're the knackered ones. And as you can see, these now all light up. So that's that one done. but we're not out of the woods. We've got to do all three. I'm not going to show you me taking it off again, it'll take too long. I thought we need to test the soldering iron out, so I thought we'd do this one slightly different, and we wouldn't use the hot plate. I thought we would just use the soldering iron. So let's snip it off. Now that's just the top of the lead that I've snipped off. The actual main contacts are still there. Right, so soldering iron at the moment is just cooling down. I'll bring it up on the screen for you. It's about 61 at the moment and dropping. But as soon as I take it out, and give it a tip, it wakes it up. I haven't calibrated this yet, but I've told it for my basic setting to be 235, and you can see there 235. And it lights up. Obviously we're going to clean all the flux and everything else, and then carefully put the lenses back on, and you have to be very careful with that, and see if the TV comes back to life again. We're hoping it should. Right. Settings are here, and I can't remember on this how you tell it. Oh, to be satellite, and now I do. Now, obviously, with this being satellite, they're all in a weird order, and I've got no idea what the guide button is on this. It could be this one, it could be that one. No, that's mute. Maybe it's that one. No, that's favourites. Oh, guide. There we go, ITV HD, that'll do. Just to check out the picture quality, and the picture quality is very good. It's fine. I mean, as I mentioned, two things. One, the TV was not worth repairing. I was doing it to test the soldering iron, and for those interested, there, that is the soldering iron. I'll put the make and model up in just a second and show you how much I paid for it. The way I went around repairing this was just the long way around. I mean, it was only 3 LEDs out, but sadly there were one out on each of the 3 strips, so all 3 strips had to come out. But I wanted to test the soldering iron, so I wanted to do a couple with the hot plate, and I wanted to do one with the soldering iron, and in my opinion it passed with flying colours. I like that conical tip. It's going to come in handy for things like that. Not that that's the way to solder these LEDs in, unless you're doing exactly what I'm doing and just using this TV. The fact now I've just realised that this TV has got satellite built into it, I've suddenly thought of a great use for it. But it's up and running, and it may stay up and running in this workshop here for absolutely ages. So sorry it's been a long video with such a small TV and such a small problem, but just a different way around doing it. And just looking at this picture here, I've got no shadows whatsoever. Everything is as good as it possibly can be, so I'm rather pleased with that. You may be seeing some funny spots, but obviously that's because of the way the camera is filming the TV. It's just the way that goes, but everything is pretty good. So that's all right. It's all done. Thanks very much for watching, and I will just pause now and find the details of the soldering iron for you. This is the unit. That's the one that I picked up. It's doing it in US. I don't know why. I've asked it to be English, but I paid £85 for this, including delivery. If you're buying one of these, I recommend choose a supplier that's doing a 10-day delivery, and obviously a free delivery, and they normally arrive within a week from China. It's incredible. Mine took 7 days. Exactly 7 days. Well, on the 8th day it arrived. And with those particular tips that they have, and it comes with a set of 3 tips, they are really good. I'm not going to do a review of it, because there are plenty of reviews on YouTube anyway, but if you wanted to know, it's the JC Aixun, AIXUN T3A soldering station. You can choose from the T12, T45 tips, whichever one you preferred. I went for this one. I went for the C245 tips, which that should say, it says T45, but anyway, I went for the C45 because the one I've got up at the main unit has got this tip and this iron, and it's really good for the money. You know, it's less than £100, so you can spend over £1,000 on them if you particularly want to, but I think for the money, I think this is really impressive. Obviously I haven't had time to play with it much yet, but that's it, all done. Thank you very much for watching. Please appreciate that this wasn't a video showing you how to repair them. It's just how I was going to repair this one, testing this soldering iron and just using junk LEDs that I'd got spare. But I'm sure you understand. But you'll be surprised at some of the comments you get. Oh, why didn't you put a new set in? And you think, well, you obviously haven't watched the video. I always explain, if I have to explain. So thank you. See you soon.